Hello parents, this is Mr. McNulty, your son's global studies teacher. So I made a fairly significant change in how your son's class is being taught. It is in anticipation of us going to remote learning. Now that we moved into Orange, it's looking like we will be going remote on next week. How long that will last is yet to be determined. But the change that I made is significant. And you already may have heard a little bit about it from your son. You may have heard of terms like flipped classroom and Edpuzzle. And the goal of this video is to try and inform you about what this change is about so you might best be able to help your son moving forward. So first things, let's get into a basic introduction of what it is that I did this week. So this week, all of my 9th grade classes were moved into what is called a flipped classroom model. Making this transition so early in the academic year is a result of us having to prepare for remote learning, but it's also something that I would have done at some point regardless. I try to occasionally incorporate it into the freshman curriculum, and I have used the flipped classroom as the primary form of instruction for my sophomore classes the past 3 years, well before coronavirus and remote learning. So it's something that is not really new to me, and it is also something that they would definitely be experiencing next year. There we go. So this leads us to the obvious question of what is a flipped classroom. So traditionally, all instruction of material takes place in the classroom, right? That's how I learned. I'm sure that's how all of you learned. Work that is given to reinforce or further a student's understanding is done at home, hence homework. The flipped classroom flips them. Now, instruction takes place at home, and class time is utilized for what used to be considered more homework. So now that I've told you the basics of what a flipped classroom is, I'm assuming the follow-up question for many of you is, how can instruction happen at home? This is where the website Edpuzzle comes in. So to deliver the instructional material, I record what are known as flipped videos. They are recordings of me going through the PowerPoint presentation on my laptop. These recordings are called screencasts. Screencasts allow me to record audio and video walkthrough of each PowerPoint I would normally present in class. This video right now is a screencast. You see the video of me in that little box. You hear the audio, but I'm walking everyone through a PowerPoint. So this would be very similar to a PowerPoint that I would normally present in class. These videos are then uploaded onto the website edpuzzle.com. Edpuzzle is a terrific site, right? It's a site where students can watch the videos. But unlike a regular streaming site like YouTube, Edpuzzle tracks their progress. So that's what you see on this screenshot here on the left. Okay, this is a screenshot from one of my sophomore classes, and you see it has all the students here. It has all of their progress, the specific percentage of how much of the video they've watched, and also whether it was handed in on time. Right? So it's a great way of keeping them accountable. I can also embed questions wherever I want in the video. You see in this one on the screenshot on the right that this particular video has paused and it has an open-ended question that the students cannot continue on with the video until they have answered that question. This is pretty helpful if I want to further their understanding of the material or if I just want to ensure that they're paying attention. Now, whenever a video is assigned, it must be watched on Edpuzzle for a student to get full credit. So if you come upon your son watching a video on his phone or his laptop and he claims to be doing his homework, he might actually be telling the truth this time. So there are numerous benefits to this model. The most significant to the students is that they are now in control of the pacing and the learning. If a student is having difficulty keeping up with the lesson in a traditional class, it can create an awkward or maybe embarrassing situation. With the flip videos, a student can pause, he can rewind, he can rewatch it as many times as he wants. Another thing that students tend to like about a flipped classroom is the way it utilizes technology. Students today are growing up accustomed to using phones and computers, so at least this puts them to good use. Additionally, having the students do the homework in class allows me to work with them, and it allows me to give them immediate feedback, as well as develop assignments that are more in-depth and dynamic than the typical homework questions. We're able to do a lot of group work. Obviously, group work with social distancing is a little bit tricky, but there are all sorts of software and technology that allows you to do group work even from your own homes. You can work collaboratively even if students are in their individual homes. So stuff like this can still be applicable even if we're, kind of learning in the age of COVID, so to speak. So this will be the standard form of classroom instruction for the rest of the year, regardless of whether we are doing remote learning or in person. I fully understand that this is a significant shift for many of my students, and it will take some time to fully adjust. But as I said before, I firmly believe that the benefits of a flipped classroom are significant, and it will result in greater understanding of the material. If you have any other questions, feel free to email me. I will try and get back to you as soon as I possibly can. And best of luck for all of us moving forward with this.